What if I told you that the next leap in artificial intelligence won't come from faster chips or larger data sets, but from teaching machines to understand the world like we do, with depth, space, and context? Fei-Fei Li, a pioneering mind behind computer vision and co-director of Stanford's Human-Centered AI Institute, believes that spatial intelligence is the missing piece of the puzzle. And she might be right. While the world races to perfect chatbots and predictive models, something much bigger is quietly unfolding. The race to make machines truly perceive space like humans. And today, we're diving deep into how that changes everything. Fei-Fei Li isn't just another name in the world of AI. She's a trailblazer who helped machines see through the development of ImageNet. But today, she's pointing toward a new frontier that goes beyond vision: spatial intelligence. This isn't just a technical term. It's about giving machines the ability to navigate, manipulate, and interact with the world as physical beings, not just lines of code. So, what exactly is spatial intelligence? At its core, spatial intelligence is the capacity to understand the location of objects, the space between them, and how those objects can move and interact. Humans do this effortlessly. When you walk into a room, you don't need to calculate the angles of the sofa or the shape of the door. You just intuitively know how to move around. But for machines, this is a monumental challenge. Fei-Fei Li believes that for artificial intelligence to truly advance and integrate into our lives, it needs to acquire this type of human-like spatial understanding. This means AI shouldn't just recognize a chair, it should understand how to sit on it, move around it, and even use it in context. This concept is especially critical in robotics and human-AI collaboration. Think about service robots in hospitals, autonomous drones, or even smart home assistants that can help the elderly. These machines can't rely only on text-based prompts or visual recognition. They must function dynamically in real-world environments. That's where spatial intelligence becomes the game changer. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Fei-Fei Li and her team at Stanford are working on embodied AI, robots that learn not just through programming, but through interacting with the physical world. In other words, AI that learns like children do, by playing, exploring, and adapting. This mimics human cognitive development and could help machines build common-sense knowledge about their surroundings. Let's take an example. Imagine a robotic assistant in your kitchen. If it sees a cup near the edge of the counter, it shouldn't need an instruction manual to understand the risk. It should instinctively recognize that it could fall. That's spatial intelligence in action. It's not just about seeing the cup. It's about understanding its position in a meaningful physical context. This leap doesn't only impact robotics. It affects autonomous vehicles, architecture, augmented reality, and even disaster response systems. As AI becomes more embodied and aware of physical space, it could work side by side with humans more safely, intuitively, and efficiently. But this transition won't be easy. One of the biggest challenges in developing spatially intelligent AI is data. It's not enough to feed systems 2D images or static environments. These machines need rich, dynamic, 3D simulations, or better yet, real-world experience. That's why researchers are turning to environments like Habitat and AI2Thor, which offer virtual worlds where AI can live, learn, and interact. Fei-Fei Li emphasizes that this kind of intelligence must also be human-centered. It's not just about making smarter machines. It's about building technology that aligns with our values, assists us, and respects the way we live and think. In her words, AI needs to understand people and the spaces they live in. This brings us to an important question. What role will humans play in this new wave of AI? Rather than replacing us, spatially intelligent systems will complement us. A factory robot that understands space can work safely around humans. A self-driving car that perceives its environment like a human can make better, safer decisions. A smart assistant with spatial awareness can help the elderly live more independently. Fei-Fei Li's vision is bold but grounded. She's not just chasing artificial general intelligence or sci-fi fantasies. She's advocating for AI that cooperates with humans, that learns by being present in the world, and that evolves in a responsible and ethical direction. So, what can we expect in the coming years? Expect AI that can fold your laundry, navigate your home, build furniture, or assist in emergency surgeries, not because it was programmed line by line, but because it understands the layout, flow, and function of real space. Imagine education tools that use spatially aware AR to teach anatomy or history, or drones that map out disaster zones with contextual spatial insight. Fei-Fei Li believes that spatial intelligence is the next great milestone, and as she has done before, she's pushing the boundaries with research, innovation, and a strong ethical framework. Whether you're an AI researcher, a tech enthusiast, or just someone curious about where the future is heading, this is a space to watch. We're not just teaching machines to think, we're teaching them to exist. If you found this insight into the future of AI fascinating, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're breaking down the biggest shifts in tech every week, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. See you in the next one.